Sometimes, when it looks like you're at the end of your road, persevere, MCMers, and you may make a turn for the better. Hello, everybody. Johnny Cocktail back with you in Faro today with brothers Wilson and Tiago in their great bar, Inverso. Thank you very much for having me into your bar today.
Thank you, John.
I think the theme of our visit of just getting ourselves together to talk and with what I know about your history, the theme may be perseverance, to persist, to work towards a known goal, even through difficulties and hardships. So tell me how you ended up in this great space.
For sure, as a bartender, it's kind of cliche to have a dream to open your own bar. Uh, to be honest, myself and Wilson, we didn't have that dream. Wilson is for sure the most creative person that I know. We were always back and forth with some ideas, and then this place appeared, and why not?
Yeah. Well, I think you chose wisely for your location. You're close to the train station, you're close to the bus station, you're close to the marina and the central, in an area where there is a lot of activity.
Thank you. It was a lucky shot, to be honest. It was this place was offered to us, but I remember when Wilson told me there is a chance for us to have a bar, choose three spots that you'd love to have, and this one actually was my first. Remember that? Yeah.
The place is beautiful, and if like you already have a chance, if you guys have a chance also to come here to visit us, you're gonna see that the place is wonderful. And the only thing that we did was to remove almost all the dust out, and that's it. The place is like 200 or 300 years old. The floor is the original one. The walls are the original ones. Just the ceiling we fix a little bit, and that's it. The place is amazing. The location is fantastic, like you just described. And yeah, was lucky. And like you said, we didn't have this dream, or we were not like looking forward to we need to have a bar, like was the ultimate achievement for us. No. Uh, all the little details came together: the timing, the place, the location. Okay, is this is the right place and a good moment. Let's try. Let's see how it goes.
You know, to be here again, to for you to get together and do this, because you were gone from Portugal for a while.
We both were away for a few years. I can start with my little tour. So I worked in a cruise line company. I came back, then I moved to Amsterdam. Then I came back for a short period of time to Porto. I was planning to stay there. After a month and a half, I moved to Brazil in São Paulo, then Buenos Aires. In the middle of that, I had also like a 6 weeks experience to live in Tokyo. So I was lucky enough to travel a lot for work. In a city like Faro, it's very easy for you to feel comfortable, and at least try to make the things in your own way, even if you traveled and you've seen a lot of amazing things. We both worked in fantastic bars, and if we work there and this quality of service and delivery and cocktails they exist, is something that we can also achieve in our city. Of course, we don't have the amount of population that you have in London. We don't have the cocktail culture that you have in New York. Uh, but we can do the things in our own way, and we were not never thinking about to, okay, we're gonna make the difference and make now we're gonna turn everyone in cocktail drinkers. But with the experience that we brought from outside, we were at least sharing with our friends and neighbors and the locals, tourists that come here, try to blend these our local products and local here, especially Iberian products, for Portuguese and Spain products, to and do this creative stuff that we've been used to do in a place that we worked. You can also he gonna say a little bit of his experience, but like 8 years ago, he was working in a place that had a huge lab that really did a big research on techniques, and he was running that lab. So, told where
Well,
you've
I'm sorry.
been.
Before we get into your history, Tiago, you somewhat just glossed over your time in South America, which I think was very important for your professional resume. So tell our friends so they have an idea on what they may expect when the bars that you worked at there.
Um, Three of the bars that I worked in Amsterdam, São Paulo, and Buenos Aires, the three of them they were in the 50 best. So every time that I started in a bar, they dropped in the list. So I don't think if that's a good way to, because if you're gonna see the timings that I was there and how they went up and down in the list, I always screw up. And the last one was um, the Floreria Atlantico was the number 3. When I left was number 7. When I started in Tales and Spirits in Amsterdam was number 30, was number 18. I started there, we dropped to 35. Then when I left was 31. And then in Sao Paulo, we start when I was there we were the 80 something, and when I left was the 15, the 15th. Was never my fault to be in that list because the all the team is amazing, and also uh, the 50 best has their own dynamics how it
They
works.
certainly do.
So yeah, I was just lucky enough to be part of those teams, those projects, and like I said before, I learned a lot, and I'm trying to bring this knowledge and way of of the service, the hospitality that I learned from all these different cultures and people to our place.
Well, I'm certainly familiar with how bars move up and down that top 50 list. It's something that I follow as a bar fan. Uh, but I've also don't sell yourself short. You're in great hands when you come here. I've heard very respected barmen in Portugal refer to you as a genius. So I I trust their opinion. So I know that I that's the reason that I'm here to help the world when they may come to Faro know that this should be one of their destinations.
They say that about me because they don't know him.
We will know more about Tiago as he tells us his story.
Regard to the last subject, to the space that we are into, Wilson was saying that we basically open was a matter of just cleaning some dust. It's truish in a way that this was something like an adega. So really poor materials, really dusty, really old. We changed everything besides the walls and the floor. Once because we weren't allowed to change it, and second because they are beautiful floors and walls. And just wanted to give you a public shout out to Wilson. It was a surprise for me in a way that I was more entertained with some nerdy things behind back office, behind back bar, and Wilson was more focused on decoring, and yeah, it turned out amazing. So every single piece that you see here actually wasn't here, so it was not just a matter of cleaning some dust.
Should I open a decor bar agency?
Yeah.
So now you have my data,
Yep.
my data here underneath, so you can contact me.
Consultant, yes.
Consultant, yeah.
Yes, very good, very good.
Yeah, but not for cocktails, just for decoration.
It all adds up. Yes. Okay. And with the lab history, and how has that helped you in this venture?
Out of nowhere, I got these invitations to work in Edinburgh, and at the time was a really special bar. They had the biggest laboratory in terms of bar in Europe, and I just got invited to work as a part-time in lab and part-time in the bar. Was a really busy environment over there, and basically we needed a little bit more hours in the lab, and I just got invited to run the place. So as an immigrant that was trying to make a money and learn a little bit more about the industry, I will end up working as a full-time in the lab and part-time in the bar. So it was a really amazing opportunity to work with something that just after 2-3 years we start seeing in Portugal, things that I wouldn't be able to work with if I wasn't that lucky opportunity.
So these days here, are you spending more time back of house or front of house?
Um, Difficult. I would say 50-50. We for sure we're gonna change some things. We just opened a new place, and probably in 2026 we are thinking to open a different place. We, we we aren't sure of that, so probably gonna change dynamics. We're gonna have a production center, and for sure that will be, I would say, between myself and Wilson, probably gonna be there the most of our time. But even so, being in the bar and receive more than behind the bar, in front of the near to the door, receiving clients is probably what we are more in love with at the moment. Because in the end of the day, of course, if you are a cocktail bar, your cocktails need to be really good. Otherwise, you are a bar.
That's right.
But that the way you receive, the way you do service is for sure what we think is our main thing over here in Inverso.
So it definitely makes a difference, and that's a theme that I come across when I've been to many of these top 50 bars, and service is a big separator. And this is something I've received in the times that I've been here, whether it's from Wilson or Francisco. As soon as I sit down, there's offer for a bottle of water, a glass of water, and great hospitality, great conversation. So you definitely already have that down. Now, I just hope, since you're more front of the house, behind the bar, I hope it is as fun for you to be back there as it is for the people to be here as the drinkers, because there is a whimsy. Whimsy is just playful fun. And you, I think, is an expression of your personalities, a lot of the things that you bring to the bar here. Like this, for example, this is the menu. And the drinks don't have names, they have symbols of hands, like this one. So that the hands are manipulated to correspond to the drink that you want, and this is how you place the order. This is just a fun little aspect of being here. It's involving, it's entertaining, and not only do you have this menu, but there is also a supplemental menu. It has the seasonal cocktails, so there's more than is what is on the scarf, which also gets updated. You cycle through new editions of those with new drinks. There's one of those coming up at the beginning of next calendar year, correct? So in here are other seasonal drinks that aren't on the scarf. There are tapas, very nice. It's elevated food. It's not just bar food. It's you have a fine meal here as well. So there's no reason to leave once you stay until it's time to close.
Thank you, John.
That's what we hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is missing a little bit the routine or the habit to go to a bar to eat and drink. When you go to a restaurant, you never think about to go there, have the meal, and don't have a drink as well.
Mhm.
But in a bar, you go there and you have a drink, and you don't feel like the need to eat because it's just not a common thing to do here in Portugal. Again, there's not a big cocktail culture, a big cocktail bar culture. Even here, the bars that are around us, not many have food, especially like you said, this nice food where you can go from olives that it's very easy to offer. But for example, we have as a sweet we have a porn star martini mousse. So it's something cool that we have that takes time to make, or We have the duck rice, which is a traditional dish from our
Love that.
gastronomy. Um, so we have this offer to the people that you can eat or lupin, that is something very traditional from Portugal, to eat that while you drink a beer. We have this uh, range of snacks, food here, which complements super well your experience and the cocktails and the service that we want to provide here, for
Yep.
sure.
And that's what I want the audience to know, that this is an experience. This is not just for tourists to come here. This is also for residents, for locals. It wouldn't stand on its own with these, they're not gimmicks, but these special personalities that you have, that you've brought to the space, if you didn't also have the drinks to stand behind it. And you really excel there. How did you come to develop this menu?
Well, first of all, thank you for that feedback. Was for sure our main goal, to have a place where residents can feel at home. If you were thinking about tourism, for sure, we prefer to have an outdoor area, focus on that 4 or 5 months that is the high season. As you can see, we focus on receiving people in an inside area. Of course, we have an outdoor, very small
Yes.
area, but inside is, to be honest, where we want people to be. And through that main goal, and speaking about the prices, was our main goal as well, to have prices that not just tourists with big walls are able to come here. We wanted to have the best service that we can give, the best drink experience and food, but putting prices in a more acceptable for residents. It was for sure our main goal.
We are the cheapest cocktail bar in town,
Hmm.
probably.
Well, but then you're not making any sacrifices with quality, with the ingredients, whether it's the base spirit or the supplements, the additives in that you put in there.
Well, it's the opposite. If you work on quality direction, usually you can achieve a more lower prices, in my opinion. In kitchen, we realize that you can transform things that are a little bit more work than just buy the things. In bar, we are still realizing that. Of course, in the end of the month is a little bit more work to ferment than just buy some distilled
Sure.
spirit. Uh, but regarding with some techniques that once again you have a little bit more work in the end of the day, but you can deliver a better product, and it doesn't need to be at 15 euros.
And that, not just the price. I don't think the goal was to be the cheapest bar in Faro. You're able to make that work based on, like you said, your experience, your technique. But the combination of the price and what you get, that's considered value. So I think coming to Inverso is a fantastic value, and that's why people will come back. That's why I come back.
Thank you. That's what we hope. And again, uh, our goal is to allow the people like my parents. They never drank a cocktail in their lives. If they go to a bar and they see a drink that has pineapple, but then costs 12 euros, they are like, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna like 12 euros is a lot. If it's more than 1% of the minimum wage in Portugal. So if you do these maths, you see that a cocktail that costs 12, 15 euros can be a little bit a big effort to the people to go there and to have that drink. And we don't want that our bar, it's a place for the locals, come here only when is their birthday because they want to go to a special place. No, you feel like to come here, you can come here. Like you, for example, again, we try to have a lot of Portugality here. So we have sangria in our menu that we sell by the glass or by the bottle that we bottled ourselves with the label, very sexy. So you can come here and you can have a glass of a sangria, very different than what you usually drink at home or in a common restaurant. Of course, we are a cocktail bar. We want to do the things a little bit more particularly. So you can have that. And now the sangria is like 750 a glass that comes like a big portion, like around 200 milliliters. Or you can have our seasonal cocktails for €8. Now we have cocktails with, for example, smoky whiskey with a plum soda, or you can have our version of Moscow Mule with fig eau de vie from Algarve and the fig ginger beer that we make ourselves, again with fermentation. We're using our fermentation process. So even the rest of the cocktails are 850 from our bandana menu. So yeah, it's affordable. Of course, it's not a beer that you can get for 150 or €2, but still is affordable. And here we always say that we have a return policy. If you don't like the drink, we drink ourselves as punishment, and we give you something else. We want you to feel comfortable here and live happy.
I can't see anyone not leaving happy and then thinking when they will come back.
Cool.
We hope so.
That is a great point in terms of doing something that once again is more affordable. That two-page menu that allow us to change menus all the time, to change cocktails all the time, is an opportunity to have an amazing product like Fig
Yes.
that it grows everywhere in Algarve, and you can buy it fixed in a really cheap time of the year. Why not to use it? So yeah, you don't need to offer quality. You don't need to have crazy prices. It's just to do something a little bit different than usual.
Well, again, you are in a great location, but it is a crowded space. There are a lot of places not very far from here where you can get a drink, but you're not going to get a drink. You're not going to get something that is high value and crafted with the attention to detail that you produce. And that's how you separate yourself from that crowd. And that's why I want people to know about you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we don't need to, and we don't want to create that um, uh, that that gap between what we do here or the other bars do around us. No one is better than the next one. Uh, it depends on your mood. Maybe in the same day you feel like to come here to have a couple of cocktails and then go across the street to do karaoke and have a cheapest tequila shot. It's fine. You have. We are just trying to complement what the city has to offer to you as a local or as a tourist. It's doesn't need to be a gap. We are just a bridge in your day that you work. You come here to have a drink before you go home, or you have dinner at home and you can start your evening here, or come here for dinner and food. Is just one more bar doing what they the best that they can, like the other bars are doing. We just make we have these different glasses and different ingredients and different combinations. But again, it depends on your mood. We as a sorry, just we as a cocktail, as a person that as people that work in a cocktail bar, we don't feel like to have a cocktail every day just because we like it. We go out, we have a vermouth soda, a wine, a beer. We need bars also to provide that. And sometimes you like to go to a nice cocktail bar. Sometimes you just want to be in a relaxed place or with live music.
I understand completely, but you do fit that role very nicely for the people who want the experience that you provide.
We want to bring experience, not the experience that you only do once, but a good experience through your day, despite this being a really good day or a bad day. but we have someone that are offering what you
You don't want to say bad day. You say
shitty day. If you
Shitty
are
day.
having a shitty day, you can come here.
What would you want potential visitors to know? How can they reach out to you via your socials? What do you maintain to help people track you besides going through my website to find out where you are in the episodes tab?
Yeah, so mainly we use our Instagram account to communicate the events that we do here. For example, next week we're gonna welcome friends from Madeira and Azores, our two archipelagos. They're gonna bring ingredients from their own places to create here. We call it a it's like how you say that in English. It's basically a meeting where they're gonna showcase their products to our local bartenders that we're gonna invite them to come during the afternoon, and then during the evening they're gonna be behind the bar making their own cocktails. For example, today in a few minutes we're gonna post on our socials that we're gonna have the buttered beer from Harry Potter. We're gonna be serving that through the weekend,
Oh,
the
funny.
Halloween weekend. On the 6th of December, we're gonna have for the third time an event that we called Pottery and Tequila, where the people they can come here, they can finalize a glass that is used to make a tequila cocktail called the Cantarito, but of course it's just a piece of decoration that you can take home. And while you are doing that in the afternoon, you are having a tequila tasting and a little tequila lesson as and with European ambassador of Cascabel. And yeah, so we have all these dynamics going on here, and the best place to to be aware of those events, it's by following us on Instagram.
Anything else for your potential visitors?
No, I think maybe it's time for you to try one of our cocktails. One more of our cocktails.
I think I'd like to try one of your cocktails. Tiago, I would like to have this.
Perfect, John. Have you ever tried that
I have
one?
never had this drink.
Okay. Are you you support dry martinis? You a
Absolutely.
fan?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So on this one, you're gonna have, and the reason why you actually use this symbol is for kind of to represent the fact that we are using two cocktails, so two cocktails in one. I will explain it a little bit in more detail, but on the bottom you're gonna have a dry martini, so more spirit forward kind of cocktail, more dry spirit forward kind of cocktail, and then on the top you're gonna have aviation, so more
The aviation cocktail.
exactly. So a more sweet and sour flourish kind of cocktail. Okay, so we start on a dry martini. So a little bit more round and flourish kind of a base, but still a dry martini. So we use two types of gin. One a little bit more winey and another one a little bit more dry. We use Martini Floreale to give you extra something in terms of florality, and we use Ambrato, so to give you a slightly wooden, more full body kind of.
I don't know that spirit. I'm looking forward to the taste.
I will give you. It's a vermouth. I will give you a sample. It's a cool one. You feel a little bit of woody, and in this drink, it it makes the drink a little bit more longer in your
Terrific.
palate. So just a tiny bit of dilution. We use as well a very alcoholic and dry peach liqueur. So you have that florality, that fruitness that makes your dry martini a little bit more round.
And that's added to the martini component as you pour it. So you pre-batch
exactly
for convenience to expedite the drink making.
Yeah, it can be a little bit busy sometimes. So
I understand
just to make
completely.
it a little bit easier. So this part, let me give you a nicer one, and then
over here you're gonna have that foam that I was talking about. So that makes the drink a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more funny in your palate, not that serious as a dry martini usually are. So over here you have that aviation foam that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So we don't use as much alcohol as in the normal aviation.
Sure.
Use wine and the sparkling wine just to give you that acidity, and then the violet Luxardo as you normally have in the in aviation. But we avoid gin, otherwise it will be too much alcohol in this drink. And then as a garnish, once again, to represent the fact that we are using two cocktails in one, you have olive
Okay.
to represent the dry martini.
Yes.
And inside that olive, you have, let's call it a sherry gel to represent one of the ingredients that you use in aviation. So we always offer a napkin as well. People in mustaches usually appreciate,
especially with the foam. Yes.
Exactly. So here you have your, we call it ficas.
This is a masterful drink. It is two drinks in one, and it also shows the skill, the technique that was developed by Tiago in the laboratory, and how the two brothers have come together to make this delicious combination. I think it's representative of every drink that you may taste when you are here at Inverso. And when you do come here, tell them Johnny sent you. Salud.